Universal Graceful Feminine Foundation. I hope you are well. I wanted to talk to you today about you can't hide behind a mask. In our patriarchal society, we tend to classify everything, everyone in boxes and put a big stamp on it because that's the intellectualism, the left side of the brain, which is leading and not the true intelligence of the heart. I mean, you can be a brilliant intellectual, but not be intelligent because intelligence resides in the wisdom of the heart, in the heart energy. And we tend to, unfortunately, um, wear a mask because we are so scared of social stigma, condemnation, mockery, being rejected, being an outcast, so that we want to please by making sure we put the right mask, the right stamp, and we are in the right box, okay? But this is part of our problem. I wanted to talk about some, religious trends because I have been studying theology, experiencing spirituality since forever, since I was a child. And I'm still studying because I always realize that the more I try to find the real truth, the less I know, anything. I realize I don't know much at the end. I'm still learning because it's infinite. You can't put the infinite in a box or put a stamp, So the tragedy is that many religious trends have been eliminating others, people they see who are not matching their boxes and or their stamp and are ready to kill them. So they use their religion as a license, a divine license to kill, as I often say, which is not, which is the opposite of what personally, that's my angle. You might not agree with me, but from what I have experienced and learned in the spiritual, to me, the closest I would say way I could speak about a God is benevolent loving kindness. That's the essence. It's a universal unconditional love, the essence of what I see, who I see as God. Everybody knows that I believe, that God is a he and a she is not only a he, because that's the way, we've been created at her image. Anyhow, so a lot of the religions have been adopting an only male God, and I think that the result is very like this exclusive mentality to put everything into boxes and with a mask and stamps, which is that if you are not part of the club, well, you are the devil. You are, everything bad. And what is the most hurting is that many who say they believe in Jesus, because I am a free spirit who believe in Christ, okay? And I think Christ has given us the key, an important key, as a bridge for humanity through resurrection, the resurrection path to reconnect to our higher self as it was originally divinely intended by the divine design, okay? And the situation is that unfortunately, sometimes, you are not finding more judgmental, more cruel, more, humiliating than the attitude of people who call themselves Christians. They believe that in the name of what they preach as being love, we all know about 1 Corinthians 13, they can be so hateful to everybody else, and it's okay. They can send armies everywhere in the world to kill, destroy civilizations, and they can do that in the name of Christ because they think that um, you know Christ is like them. No, Christ is not like them. I'm sorry. The way I see it personally is precisely all the opposite. Is a universal once again. Is God? Yes, I believe He's God who came to save humanity, but still the same God I spoke about before, the essence, which is universal love, unconditional love, benevolent loving kindness, who loves each precious creature, not only people who were born like, who speak English like a native, or people who are blonde, or people who are whatever, socially successful, but people, each precious individual is loved by God and is unique and has been created. If you are on this planet, it's because you are meant to be here. You've been chosen to be here. We are all chosen to be here. That's why I say that because we've been created by the same creator who loves each one of us, we are all brothers and sisters as humanity. Now, of course, on a spiritual realm, there are different levels, if you want, of growth. That the only difference is that you can remain at the physical level, or you can grow at the spiritual level. You can find many spiritual levels as well where you can grow into. But if you are truly grown spiritually, the more you are truly grown spiritually, the more you are here to serve, because you get rid of the ego, and you have the humility and love, for everybody else. You are not here to patronize everybody and make discriminations. So it's always very, very shocking. And since I was young, I experienced myself, when I went in Bible schools and everything, how horrible, the behavior of the big brother. If you know a bit the Bible, Joseph has had some brothers who truly hated him, and even to the point of wanting to kill him, and he was actually saved and appreciated by Pharaoh, the Egyptians, who were supposed to be at the time a kind of enemy figure from the Israelites, of the Bible, and he's precisely got appreciated and loved and put at very high level, for his wisdom by them, while he was almost killed by his own brothers. And unfortunately, I experimented terrible things like many of you, because I'm listening. I do a lot of free spiritual counseling, and I can tell you that children of pastors are the most traumatized and sometimes the most hateful against religion, even Christianity, because they suffered and they've seen backstage the true person without the mask, okay? So I just say that we need, in these difficult times where, there are also other type of mask, like political mask, or false activism, false humanitarian mask. There are people who wear mask and stamp in the wrong way. But I want to say you can't hide behind the mask. You can choose a mask and wear it and pretend to be somebody to a certain point. Uh, who you are, your aura, the real you inside, will always pop out, okay? And people will pierce through the mask. So when we are dealing with authoritarian regimes, unfortunately, the West is, some seem to use this pandemic in bracket uh, to remove natural rights and freedom from human beings, and to do some genetic manipulations through jabs and stuff like that. But the problem is that even these people, they're wearing a mask as well. And this mask is not going to hide what they are doing. It's not going to hide them. Believe that, to me, benevolent loving kindness and what I call I'm writing a book called The Third Path Ray, this vibration, of the heart energy and grace is neutral and love everybody. I'm not taking sides, friends. I'm only looking for the real truth and what is behind the mask of everyone, or of every system. You can be in a hateful religious system and you can be in a hateful anti-religious system. You can be in an atheist, scientific, pseudo-spiritual, hateful, discriminatory um, system as well, wearing mask as well. So I am only here, like I know some of you like me are trying genuinely to find the real truth. So we need to keep united when we have no agenda, political or human or ego, based agenda. We need to unite still in the truth. And the truth is that, you know, we can keep it even if you are not like me, a spiritual free spirit. You are atheist, you can keep it in intention. That's why I do this intention / prayer groups where we can keep our intentions. And for those who are spiritual or religious and genuine as well, we can all, you know, be united in upholding the real truth and looking for the real truth and claiming this message of universal love. I'm not against religion or religious people. I'm simply against the fact that, wearing a mask and being in falsity. And unfortunately, this happens everywhere. We all can be sometimes even genuine people, even myself. We don't know, we don't have the distance to see and check all our intentions, all our actions all the time, to scrutinize ourselves. And sometimes we make mistakes or we even do wrong things. We fall into a trap or a weakness of ours. We are still, each one of us is progress, okay? We're on a journey here. So we're not here to target and judge each other. And, but what I'm trying to say is that, using, a system, using a mask to hurt others, to, becoming a tyrant, for instance, using police, military forces to shut up, people, to censor them. All this, is not acceptable. Unfortunately, history goes round and round. There are different groups who are ill-intended and they hide behind masks, whether religion or anti-religion or whatever, or political or, whatever the name of it, to harm others, to try to control them, to enslave them and undermine them. So friends, that when you see these tendencies behind the mask, you can spot out and understand that the motivation is not loving, is not true. And we need to bring to the light what is hidden behind mask, so that we can continually cleanse our auras and cleanse our remove the toxins from our universe, remove the bad vibrations, remove the negative vibrations. We need to keep on doing this work. I know it looks sometimes that people who wear a mask and harm others seem to win, but they are not. They're losing on every front. They might, for a certain time, hurt and harm others, but the truth will always come back, and the truth will always win. Universal love won, and we are sat on the victory of Christ, on the victory of cosmic justice. We are already, our security nowadays is not in countries or governments or people, but our security is in the victory and universal love of cosmic justice. Our security is cosmic. And we are cosmic citizens, cosmic individuals, because the universe, or whatever you call it, or God, is keeping us, or mother, divine mother, is keeping us all in an inclusive manner, which is love, because we've been created in the womb of divine mother, the spiritual and the physical and the spiritual womb of divine mother. And a mother carries her children in her womb. You can't show a greater love, okay? So we are protected. We are protected, and what you believe you attract on you. So believe that we are protected. Believe that you are very much loved. Whatever, I can tell you, because I'm a melting pot. I never fit in anywhere, precisely because I refuse systems. And that's why systems try to monopolize me and use me, but I always refuse to be bought. So that's why it has been very difficult for me, and still is. But I carry on, and I can understand you if you go through tough times and you feel humiliated, rejected. But you have to carry on. You have to do like I do. Whether people like what I say, or I tweet, or I write, or not, I just carry on. That's the real truth. That is what is behind your mask. Who you are, and nobody can erase that. And who you are is precious. You are here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You are exactly as you are because you are loved. You are here. You have been chosen to be here, and you've got a huge impact in your life. It's not about being on social media and just showing your faces every day. Whatever you do, with your family, at your work, or even if you go in the streets, whatever you do, you have a huge impact on others. So, be you 100%, but in love, in a genuine, loving, benevolent, loving kindness. Yes, I know when you are like that, you get a lot of people confusing kindness for weakness, but just carry on. I'm not saying one should not remove toxic relationships or toxic behavior. We need to do it because, but because somebody has chosen a toxic behavior, not because somebody has such and such color of skin, or somebody has such and such religion, or whatever, not because of stamps, not because of boxes and masks, but because of the real truth of that person, who that person truly is, okay? So, my friends, I just felt to speak a bit from my heart. So I'm sorry if it sounds at times a bit confusing, because I just improvise. But I just send you much love, and I hope to see you. Send me your prayers or intentions. We'll be back in the group, which was interrupted in March, but we'll be back on April, Sunday, 4th April. So I send you much love, and take care of yourself, and be real, be true, and be loving. Much love to all.